Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today I'm going to be teaching how you can start a business. I'm going to be teaching about how you can start a business. A lot of people are under the impression that they can't start businesses and that not everybody can be in business, and that's not true. Everybody can be in business. The thing is, you have to understand the principles. If you don't understand the principles of being in business, it's going to look very difficult for you. It's just like mathematics. If you have a bad mathematics teacher who doesn't teach you the principles, the building blocks, the foundation of mathematics, you're going to be afraid of mathematics and it's going to look difficult for you. But when you find a teacher that breaks it down, makes it simple for you, you understand mathematics and then you just ace it. Listen, if you want to get a job, what you do is that you look for a vacancy and you fill that vacancy and then you get paid. And it's the same thing with business. If you want to be in business, what you do is that you look for a need and then you meet that need and you get paid a profit. So that's business. It's basically the same thing as a job. You see, the same effort that you put into getting a job, you can put similar effort and you start a business, and that business will be successful. Now, I have several businesses. One of the most successful businesses that I have is publishing. I publish for myself and for others. And how did I do it? I stumbled into it. When I was a presidential spokesman, I saw that there was a need for books in government and in private. And I just watched it. I watched people, wanting to get books. And then I began to offer the service once I left office in 2015. And then it became bigger and bigger. So I started publishing for myself. I got a number one best-selling book, and I started publishing for others because I saw a need. When you see a need, don't just walk past. See how you can feel it. Everybody on earth, God gave everybody on earth birth, gifts, and talents. Where your talents meet the world's needs, that is your sweet spot. That is where your business is. So don't think that you can start a business. You can start a business with anything. You can start a business with even teaching people how to dance. You can start a business with even comedy. You can anything at all that your birth gifts, where it meets the needs of the world. That's your business. That's your sweet spot. And I'm going to tell you, start using your imagination, not to worry, but to think, to strategize. Just think, because even if you cannot find a need and you feel it, what you can do is you can create a need where there was no need. You can create a need. I'll give you a very good example. Someone like Steve Jobs. Before Steve Jobs, we didn't know that we needed an iPod. Nobody felt that we needed an iPod. But then he created this magnificent tool and then he demonstrated how to use it. And then we just saw the need for it. And then that was a business. So I'm going to give you an example. There are two things that you should consider for businesses. One, sustainability, and then scalability. Once you can manage those, once you can understand those, you can get into any business. Now, what's sustainability? Sustainability just means that you can see a need and fill that need and then continue to maintain the pace of filling that need. So that means that there is a sustained rate that you can maintain. For example, if you live in a place where there's a shortage of food, and then you can travel to a place where there is a surplus of food, you can always say, okay, I can always keep traveling and then bring food down. I can always keep traveling and bring food down. That's sustainability. Because the place where there's a surplus, you have access to that place. You don't need a visa. You can easily go there. And then the farmers are always growing, so there's always food there. So that is that you've got a place where you can get your supply from. And then you've got the place where there's a shortage of food. And then you've got people there, there's population there. That's your market. So you can always go to your supply and then bring food from your supply to your market. So that's sustainable. That's sustainability. You can sustain that pace. Now, what's scalability? Scalability means that you can increase your output. You can increase your output while reducing your cost. So you can increase your output while reducing your cost. So for instance, maybe you go to this place where you have a surplus of food because it's the rural area, you got a lot of farmers there. And then you've been going there to buy vehicle, to buy maybe like beans, rice, corn, maize, but you've been going there with just one vehicle. Or maybe you've been going there with probably maybe a donkey. But then after selling in the market, you realize enough money, and so you decide to buy maybe two other vehicles, or you decide to buy three other donkeys. And so you have more opportunity to buy more goods and then take them to the market. That's scalability because now you're buying more goods and then you bring it into the market, you have the opportunity to make more profit. And because you can make more profit, you can reduce your cost. That is scalability. Now, anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. I'll give you a very good example. If you live in Kibera, which is the biggest slum in Africa, which is in Kenya, and I've been there and I've taught there, I've trained people there. You can actually go to the hinterland of Kenya and then buy grains and then bring to Kibera and sell. That is a business because there is a need for food in Kibera and there is a place where you can get supply. And then you can actually look for capital. How can you get capital? You can sell your phone, your expensive phone, and then you can buy a cheaper phone, or you can even just sell your phone and use the money as capital. That is a business. So don't think that you cannot start a business. And I hear a lot of people saying to me that, oh, if we all go into business, who is going to be an employee? Look, in the olden days, a long time ago, if you read in the Bible, if you read in biblical times, everybody was a businessman. So you were a farmer, another person had like a mill, another person had like, you know, a place where you could water your animals, your farm animals, and then another person was a baker, another person was he had a vineyard. So basically, you had a business where you were a farmer. If you needed wine, you traded some of your goods, trade by barter, with another person who had wine. If you needed bread, you traded some of your goods with the baker. If you needed probably to feed your animal, to water your animals in the water trough, you go to the person who had the water trough, and then you traded, you bartered. So that was how it was in the olden days. Everybody had a business, and it's something that we can still do now. But here's the thing, you start little and then you grow it. So don't be afraid to take a loss to be the boss. Anybody can start a business, and it's very simple. Like what I told you, you find a need and you feel that need. And then when you find the need and you feel that need, you think sustainability. And once you've been able to achieve sustainability, then you think scalability. And once you have scalability, then the business is running by itself. Now, my name is Wen. I'm working the Apostle of Prosperity. If you've watched this and you have questions arising from this, what you can do, you can put your questions in the comment section of this video. My staff are going to bring them to me and I'll respond to each and every category. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp or a Telegram channel or Gmail email address. Thank you for watching and may God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is